get the show started!
In today's video, Daniel Cormier defends Israel Adesanya's performance at UFC 276. Alex Pereira demonstrates how he set up the Sean Strickland KO. Israel Adesanya explains why he's not impressed with Pereira's KO win over Strickland. Nate Diaz teaches Ariel Helwani some boxing moves. And Chris Weidman warns Jon Jones about fighting Stipe Miocic. Let's roll. Unfortunately for fight fans, Israel Adesanya vs. Jared Cannonier did not result in a barn burner or highlight reel finish. Instead, both men showed a lot of respect for each other's power, which prompted a slow and steady approach, which caused some criticism from fight fans. While speaking on the most recent episode of the DC and RC show, Daniel Cormier shared his thoughts on the fight and defended Adesanya for the criticism he's received for his UFC 276 performance. Here's what he had to say.
If I'm being honest, I know people said it's boring for him to go for it. He could have did more. But the reality is, I thought he fought a good fight. I thought he was smart. I thought he dominated the fight. I mean, he won the fight 4 rounds to 1 on both cards. And then the other round was 5 rounds to 0. What more can you want from a guy in defending his championship, but winning all the rounds? The problem is, when you become a guy like Israel, and Anderson Silva went through the same thing, Jon Jones went through the same thing, you become so dominant that those dominating performances become a bit lackluster because people expect from you. And I think that is you to judge much differently than they judge just the average fighter fighting in the UFC. And also, Alexander Volkanovski did him no favors with how well he fought in the fight right before him. So it was like high with Pereira, high with Volkanovski, and then Izzy dominating in the way that he did was kind of, it felt lackluster because Jared Cannonier really didn't have any moments. But even going into the fight, Izzy said he didn't see that much challenge in Cannonier, and it seemed as though that was the case in the way that he fought on Saturday night.
In a highly anticipated middleweight title eliminator at UFC 276, Alex Pereira knocked out Sean Strickland with his signature short left hook and follow-up punches at the 2-minute and 36-second mark of round 1. In a video posted by user New Tito again on Twitter, Pereira showcases the combo to teammate Glover Teixeira and shows how he set up the Sean Strickland KO at UFC 276. Here's the video.
Em alguns momentos eu passei, porque eu tava achando essa distância do jab dele, porque o jab dele é duro, entendeu? Aí, tava aqui, aí teve uma hora que ele só tirou a perna, aí passou batido, entendeu? Aí, tava assim também. Aí teve um chute que pegou legal na coxa, e tem 2 que pegou na panturrilha que já tava assim, já. Aí eu comecei a mudar, aí comecei a bater no peito dele. Isso é um papo de campeão. Bater no peito dele, aí já, tá vendo? Já baixou a mão. Quando ele fez assim, só pintei assim, ó. Pum, já, tudo bem. Vai você fazer isso aqui. Ai, caralho. Tá bom.
By scoring a first-round KO over Sean Strickland, Alex Pereira cemented himself as the next title contender. Adesanya and Pereira, of course, have history, with the Brazilian holding 2 wins over Stylebender in kickboxing, including one by KO. Yet, despite Pereira getting the first-round stoppage at UFC 276, Adesanya said in an interview with Main Event that he wasn't impressed with his KO win as Strickland didn't fight the smartest. Here's the clip, and the link to the full interview can be found in the video description below.
You mentioned Alex Pereira. I interviewed him right after your fight. He said he wasn't impressed by your performance. Were you impressed by his?
Nah, not really. It's just Sean Strickland's parry. Oh, that's easy to go. Boom, left hook. And yeah, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't really impressed by my performance because of the expectations I put on myself. But it was still a masterclass.
Ariel Helwani and Nate Diaz met in Las Vegas after UFC 276. During their meet, the younger Diaz brother taught Helwani some boxing moves. Here's the video.
Get bash. Go 2 jabs and then go 1, 2. So 2 jabs and 1, 2.
All the same hand?
Yeah. Jab, jab, 1, 2. No.
Then 1, 2.
Get bash. Go 2 jabs and then go 1, 2. So 2 jabs and 1, 2.
All the same hand?
Yeah. Jab, jab, 1, 2. No.
Then 1, 2.
Go 2 jabs and then go 1, 2. So 2 jabs and 1, 2.
All the same hand?
1, jab, jab, 1, 2. No.
Then 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah. What's the hook? This is Richard. It's still there. It's still there.
To the body.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
With Francis Ngannou's contract dispute and subsequent knee injury, there's been talk about a possible interim title bout between Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic that could happen next. Speaking to the Schmo, former UFC middleweight champion Chris Weidman shared his thoughts on a potential fight between Jones and Miocic and explained why he believes it's a bad matchup for Bones. Here's what he said. He said, "I see Jon Jones really working to gain size and Stipe was smaller. I've trained with Stipe. He's one of my boys. I was hanging out with him last night. Bro, he got big, and he's been doing it quietly. He's like a solid 250 right now. Solid 250. And whenever he decides to come back, he's a problem. I don't think Jon Jones wants that fight. If he thinks he's going to be going against the 225-pound Stipe, he's wrong. He's got a big, strong boy that won't stop coming forward and believes in himself and very well-rounded. He's a different beast right now, I'm telling you." Jones also recently claimed that a victory over Miocic would mean more than scoring a win over reigning UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. Jones tweeted, "At this point, I'm looking to fight Stipe. I think it proves a lot more. Fighting a fairly one-dimensional fighter fresh off of knee surgery? I don't know. I believe beating Stipe says more at this point." What do you guys think about this matchup? Who do you think would win, Jones or Miocic? Let us know in the comments section. Here are the top 3 memes you guys posted on MMAmemes.com. In third place is a meme posted by user MST. Second place goes to Aquaman. And the number 1 voted meme was posted by a user named Islamabad. If you want your meme to be included in our next video, go to MMAmemes.com and create your own meme. The top 3 memes will be placed at the end of our video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.